And I've been muted. Classic. I apologize. Unmuted now. Team Accel opens with an Abathur ban, and then we'll have Team Skorpious following up with a Li Ming ban. I like the Abathur ban a lot because Abathur kind of fits that global style presence, and he also takes away, he lets you sustain during the objective. Looks like the Li Ming's a good reset tool, lots of good team fighting potential there, and lots of people fear Tracer. Tracer was my go-to in my Div C days. Very fun hero, blinks all over the place, lots of kill pressure on the back line. Exciting to see her coming out. Get banned still, even the recent nerfs. Looks like we've got a Garrosh ban by Team Skorpious. First pick Valeera right out of the gate, looking to put some pressure on rotation, lots of gank pressure from Valeera. She's got loads of CC for an assassin. Gonna be very fun to watch. We'll see if she can blow up some members of Team Skorpious. Let's see how Team Skorpious responds. They go with Dahaka to get some global pressure, helps them soak up to the objective, and even down through it. They can come in late. Diablo, very strong choke points, lots of sustain. One thing you might be looking for on the side of Skorpious is to follow that up with a Phoenix pick. Murden, snap picked by Accel. Great tank, top tier in the meta. He's got a bunch of health regen on his own with his second wind trait. Good amount of CC, and they followed up with a Jaina. Lots of slows, lots of burst damage. Looks like Team Accel, or Accel eSports, might be looking to blow up. Some big combos here. Should be fun to watch if they can execute. So let's see. Skorpious is looking to ban here. Let's see what kind of ban we have come through. I'm looking. They don't have a support yet on the side of Team Accel, so maybe we'll see a Deckard ban. There we go. Sniff that one out. Deckard, lots of sustain heal, lots of zone control, very impactful ults. I like seeing that ban. And a Morales ban. Interesting. She's got a bunch of sustain through her pretty much endless energy. I feel like that doesn't really save you a bunch during the blow up. I guess they want to take away the armor trait. Not trait. Ability that Morales can cast.
I shall do what I must.
Skorpious is going to pick up the Alexstrasza. Great zone control, great objective contesting stuff. The big heal circle on the ground. And Lunara, a bunch of sustain damage. So two very different kind of damage outputs so far. Lunara's, endless sustain damage through her poison trait. Valeera and Jaina both looking to blow people off the face of the earth. And then Anna, we might be seeing a Nano Boost Jaina, which could be a lot of fun. And then followed up with a Yrel, who's arguably the best solo laner in the game currently. Respond in the chat here.
Anytime you're ready.
Looks like a Rainer's last pick. Made it all the way through the draft. Got this is Jimmy. So boatloads of sustained damage here on the side of Team Skorpious. Accel eSports going to be blowing people up. Kind of a tale of two completely different comps. Let's see how this ends up playing out on Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom, I talked about it while I was muted like a dingus. But the objectives on this map are bell towers that fire some shots at your enemy's core. This is kind of a unique map. And here's the storm. You can't just win by shoving down mid and punching their core to death. Instead, you have to... Instead, you have to capture these bell towers, and capturing forts makes them do more damage to the enemy core. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably a longish game unless one team's absolutely dominating. Just by virtue of how the map ends up playing. You can't, backdoor core. I really enjoy the portrait synergy on the side of Team Accel and of Team Skorpious. It's very good. I enjoy seeing teams like that. It makes my job easy as a caster, finding which team should be which. Alright.
Prepare yourself for battle.
And we're moving into the game. On the red team, we have Io as Ana. Thick Mane as Valeera, Skorps on the Muradin, a Hysteria on the Jaina, and then G-Money on
The
Urel.
battle
And on the blue team,
begins in
we've
10
got
seconds.
Alex Straza is Devil You Know, KV Strike on
5,
Rainer, Smoky
4,
Dragon on
3,
Diablo,
2,
Jazzy on the Nara, and
1.
Inathy on the Dahaka.
Fight.
Teams rolling it out to mid. Lunar's Wisp kind of scout ahead, make sure nobody's in the danger bush here. Team starting to skirmish mid here, getting in a sleep dart from the Ana. Teams are looking to clear the mid, start getting that experience rotation going, start building up an early lead. Big shadow charge by Diablo, stunned out by the Muradin. Looking to turn, not a whole lot of follow-up pressure though. Jaina casts Blizzard on the minion wave, but they're a little behind relative on the rotations here. Looks like Accel is rotating down faster due to the bottom wave. Valera hiding in the shadows here, hoping for someone to make a bad rotation through, catch them hanging out. Looking at the Lunar, looks like nothing's going to happen there. Ana, with her stellar wave clear, going to be working on clearing that wave out. The rest of Team Accel is going to rotate back towards mid. Diablo with a big shadow charge on the Muradin. Valera and Muradin just going to catch this wave. Let's go ahead and check on top lane. Here we have a couple of stout bruisers, just going to be waddling back and forth, slapping each other with fists and hammers. If Urel gets far enough ahead, she might be able to take that minion camp, or the sapper camp, but I'm not super confident in that. Looks like Dahaka's content to just freeze the lane. Let's check back in the action in the bottom lane. Accel, I like this rotation, picking up the sapper camp in bottom lane. Gonna work on getting that pushing towards Team Skorpious' fort. Team Skorpious responds in kind by picking up their sapper camp. Diablo warding this bush nicely. Accel working on getting their minion wave pushing with the sappers. They might be looking to invade here. Find the Wisp. Are they going to scout this out? Ooh, nice sleep dart onto Diablo. 4 members each side in here. Muradin hopping out. They aren't going to be able to invade the camp successfully. Let's see how this skirmish goes. Blizzard cast on Diablo. Stormbolt follow-up misses. Ana keeping the team healed up nicely. And the teams are going to get away scot-free. Sappers did make it to the tower here, doing a little damage to the front wall. Not much else. Took out the gate. And now Skorpious is going to look to pressure back the other way. First phase here is 3 altars. Looks like both teams are going to have a heavy presence in the bottom lane. Big skirmish going on here. Big healing on Lunara. Blizzard on Diablo. Smoky Dragon dropping low. Muradin jumping in. The Thunderclap and the follow from Blair going to be enough. Not quite. This is the... Ooh, he's poisoned. 30, 10. Diablo drops. Nice job by Ana there to clean up that kill. Keeping her Muradin alive as well. Urel looking to get the free channel top right. Let's see if this skirmish develops here in the mid. Skorpious down 1 member. Channel goes through for Team Accel. Muradin hopping in here on the Alex Straza, pressing her away. Ooh, Alex Straza's in trouble here. Body blocks coming out from Jaina. Alex Straza's gonna fall. The top left, Urel being a nuisance, delaying the channel. Jimmy trying to dissuade her. Looks like the teams are gonna end up 32 to 36 in favor of Team Skorpious. More skirmishing going on here in the mid. So early on, the 2 kills to 0 Accel versus Skorpious, which is a big part of why you see that early experience lead, 6 to 5. Only 1 neutral objective on the map currently, and not enough of an advantage on either side to go take the top sapper camp. So the teams are just going to soak experience and try to get 7 to get that talent tier advantage. Bottom sapper camp up now for Accel eSports. I'd love to see them rotate and pick that up soon. Looks like we might have a skirmish developing in the top lane. Skorpious looking to maybe set up and take this top camp. Big drag by Dahaka onto Ana, but she gets away. Muradin coming in on the backside. He's got a flank here, Thunderclap, slowing the team. Big sleep on Jimmy, but not quite able to get over the top as Ana. Big sleep dart. Whew. Dahaka dropping low, the burrow to stay alive. Will he be able to make it out? Good body blocks by Diablo. Does secure Inathy staying alive. He'll tap, He'll get the heal from Alexstrasza, and he'll be able to return to the fight here. No sappers taken. Alter spawning bottom in 30 seconds. 7s for both teams. Should be a nice fight here with potentially Team Skorpious able to generate an advantage through the Dahaka. So getting to the point early, starting to set up. Are they going to work on their sapper camp? Interesting. Better do it quick. Jaina Blizzard is very strong at taking more camps. Anna warding the bush here. Gets chased off by the Diablo. Jimmy's got an unbridled. Ooh, Valera jumps into the Shadow Charge. And on the backside, Anna falling low. This fight is back and forth. Accel on both sides of Skorpious. Big Blizzard coming out on the Smoky Dragon. He's dropping low. Alexstrasza Dragon form pop. Diablo looks like he's going to fall, and he does. Lots of poison damage coming through from Lunara, though. Valera very low. Skorp's very low. G-Money low. Dahaka has shown up. Nice grenade by Anna. Ooh, is it going to be enough? The drag finishes off your bell. And we lose a Valera here, too. And with the 2 kills to 1, it looks like that might be enough to secure Skorpious, the bottom bell tower here. There's the channel, 8 to 8. Now 2 kills to 3. Looks like we've got the sappers pushing nicely, but they're going to get cleaned up here by Skorpious. Ooh, not quite able to get the one. Suicide's in, takes out the side wall, part of the tower. Nobody soaking top lane. Looks like Team Skorpious is going to move to their sappers and start to work on those. The Lunara Wisp providing nice vision there, securing their rotation, making sure nobody can come in on the flank. Valera might be scouting this out, though. Raynor, good job seeing the rotation, keeping her away, securing his team the Merc camp. Got 4 members here looking to invade, though. Murden jumps in, can't quite take this. Camping time. Diablo Shadow charges in from the side. Lunara casting a lot of poison. Big Alexstrasza heal comes through. Looks like Accel's going to have to back off. Big Blizzard onto the wave. Sapper's going to start pushing down this bottom lane. The solo laners are back at it again in the top lane. Accel needs to clear out this Sapper camp, lest it takes a serious toll on the bottom towers here. Both teams rapidly approaching 10. It'll be interesting to see what heroics they go. Diablo has completed his souls. Level 10 has been reached by Skorpious. Probably not enough of a window here to capitalize major on it. Thornwood Vine coming out from Lunara. Lightning Breath from Diablo. Isolation from Dahaka. Life Binder from Alexstrasza. And waiting on Jimmy to see where he goes. A lot of poison damage coming through for Lunara. It is enough to take the bottom tower there. Nicely done. Murden caught 3 members here. Will he be able to jump away? Yes, he does. Alter spawning at the top now. I'm going to hop the camera up here. Valera warding the bush. She's going to maybe interrupt this Dahaka if he tries to get in too close. Rel completes the channel. And Jimmy gets the channel on his side. Dahaka, nice burrow to escape the lethal. Will his trait be enough to keep him sustaining through? It might be. Murden dives in. Cannot finish the kill. Jazzy's dropping super low. Jaina putting out a lot of damage onto him. Alexstrasza has enough to keep him alive, though. Teams are moving down. Experience is very close. The next neutral objective maybe looking to be taken will be the camp on the side of Team Accel, or Accel eSports. Nice sleep on a Diablo. Jaina's already working on this camp here. Diablo will be scouting that out. Skirmish developing here around that middle bell tower. Both teams even tier. This is a dangerous fight for both teams. Diablo Shadow Charge in on Anna. Lightning Breath coming through. Thunderclap, Blizzard, Anna falls. The health bars are still very high on the team side of Team Skorpious. Accel's going to have to back away from this one. Will they go for an invade? Will they look for towers? Let's see what Skorpious decides to do here for their advantage. Jimmy's looking at the sappers. Everyone else kind of stoning around. Looks like that's what the decision will be. Lyra caught in the bush. This is trouble for her. Lunara dropping the poison out. Urel jumps over the wall, not in time to steal the camp back. Anna using her global ultimate to heal up Valera from the base. The members of Team Accel have made it away without losing more than just the Anna. 2 bell towers now spawning in the bottom. Let's see how the teams decide to split to take these. Skorpious with that kill has generated themselves a bit of an experience lead, but nothing super meaningful. Looks like Dahaka and Urel contesting the middle lane.
The time is now, heroes. Claim the
Fire. Lear getting pressured back. Jaina drops a Blizzard. Health bar is very low on the side of Accel. Lightning Breath going to secure the kill on Ana and on Valera. And then the Hyperion coming through to zone the rest of the team. Middle bell tower has not been taken yet. Looks like we're going to get the channel through on the bottom for Skorpious. Ooh, Lunara, very nice job blocking the Stormbolt. Murden eating a ton of damage. He's going to retreat as best he can. Jaina getting poked by the Thornwood Vine, but she's going to make it away. Shots are 28-20 in favor of Team Skorpious, and experience about to hit 13 for Skorpious, just barely 12 for Accel eSports. Skorpious looking over here to pick up their Sapper camp, trying very hard to push their advantage. One thing just kind of talk about on a macro level on this map, the bottom lane is arguably the most important lane on this map because of the presence of the 2 camps. So if you can control bottom by holding both camps, you start to control that bottom bell tower, and you get extra shots. Haka very low, pops his regeneration. Big healing output from Alexstrasza. Dahaka misses the isolation on Ana. Stun on Raynor. Looks like Accel is going to be able to retreat from this as well. 13s have been picked up for Skorpious. Skorpious hoping to bait Accel into a fight here before they can reach 12. Dahaka and Raynor picking up the camp in the top. Gonna maybe look to push with that, generate some pressure on the top lane. Thornwood Vine just came out from Lunara. Before clearing that minion wave. Top camp has been picked up by Skorpious, and they'll start escorting these sappers in to deal the fort damage. Nice sleep dart from Ana to dissuade that Diablo. Valera sharking in here. Behind, putting a bunch of damage out on the Lunara. Stormbolt on Lunara. Thornwood Vine comes through. Is it going to be enough? The chase is on. 14, both teams on even talent here. Lightning Breath coming out again from Diablo. Hysteria falling super low. Nice ice block to stay alive with 100 health. Thornwood Vine coming through. It's not enough. Hyperion pushing down the top lane. Looks like this fight has broken apart. Teams are retreating. Ana is delaying the bottom shrine capture. She's got the Eye of the Horus there to delay. The Hawk is going to pick that up and try to burrow in here. She's done. Raynor dropping super low. Has to pop his E to stay alive. The Haka burrowing in, Lifebinder out from Alexstrasza. It keeps 2 members very much alive. Pops the dragon form. Diablo's going to fall here. He had his souls though, so he'll be back. Murden dropping a thunderclap. Big pressure coming out. Help player dropping super low inside of Team Skorpious. Valera finishes off the kill on Raynor. Lunara putting out poke, but it's not going to be enough. Valera starting to get healed up by the Ana. Diablo back alive here, delaying with his fire stomp. Dahaka dragging on the Urel, but it's not going to be enough, even with the tower damage to kill her. Not very much poking out this Valera. I like that play. Looks like Skorpious though will secure this channel, putting up 28-12. Poking away with her poison trait. Looks like Skorpious is looking here to invade, but big lightning breath coming out. Hysteria is slowed very, very low. Nice grenade by Ana. Heals her right back up. Teams are still on even talent here. Valera sharking away here, trying to get on. Big damage out on Urel jumping into Haka. Getting the Lifebinder from Alexstrasza. The Diablo now might fall. Diablo's in trouble still. Dragon trying to retreat, cannot. Isolation onto Muradin. Ana healing everyone she can. Oh, Jaina, oh my gosh, what an ice block. Nice play, but it's not enough. She still falls. Red team rapidly retreating. Valera not able to go in. She's going to retreat from this battle. Channel comes through 28-8, and Team Skorpious is looking to get onto the boss. 1 member down on each side. Let's see if Accel can scout this out and contest before this boss gets taken. And it's looking like they don't know. They might not know what's happening. Murden gonna scout this out, but he's just too late. Boss captured by Team Skorpious. (28-4). Things are looking bad for Accel. Let's see. If I were them, what could I be doing? You want to be finding 16 as quickly as you can, or finding a fight right now where you're on even talent tiers. And I think I like the fight better. You might be able to guess that they're doing one of the camps, and it looks like they're putting their money on the top camp, which is true, but they weren't there in time. Top sappers captured by Skorpious. Big sleep onto Lunara in the blind. Muradin's pressuring her, but Alexstrasza's going to keep her healed up. Jump or toss in by Muradin. Alexstrasza uses Lifefinder to keep herself alive. Bell jumping out. Lots of damage going every which way, but none of this is focused enough to kill any members of their team. 16s have been reached by Skorpious. This bottom altar could represent gain if Scorpion gets this channel. Game 1 coming down to the wire here. Aggressive invade by Skorpious. That's bold. I don't know that I would have done that if I were them. They might find a big assist. Oh man, gank push. Diablo's cast Lightning Breath, but it's not enough. He gets deleted. Members dropping low on each side. Lyra very low. Rel pops her reabsorption. Alexstrasza found herself in a rough spot. She falls. 2 members down on the side of Team Skorpious. Muradin jumping in. Stormbolt finds Lunara. Not enough damage to follow up to get the kill. Thornwood Vine out. Now healing up Muradin. Looks like they did get the channel. Accel lives to fight on. And that's the awesome thing about Towers of Doom, is there's a ton of comeback potential. Because you can't just run down and kill the board. Every single point of damage has to be fought over. And Accel just shouldn't count themselves out. They're very even in experience. We had a triple Ultrason somewhat recently, so they shouldn't have to worry about that. If one does happen, though, they are short the Dahaka. Looks like it'll be a double Ultra Spawn next. Accel working on taking this bottom tower, which is very smart. Makes it so if they lose one tower, they won't just lose the game, and they capture it. Urel, though, getting tossed by Diablo, stunned into the wall with a Shadow Charge, deleted. That is no good. Oof, that hurts if you're Team Accel. You were just starting to find your footing. And now you've got a member down for another 40 seconds. With 2 altars spawning in some amount of time. It looks like they haven't set off the 30-second warning yet, so she should have time to come back and contest that. Boss isn't up for another 2 minutes. Accel's looking to soak and work on 20. Skorpious down in the bottom left here, recapturing that bell tower to present the gem eagle.
Has destroyed a fort.
Altars in 30 seconds. Urel will be up and be able to be contesting an altar in time, especially with the presence of the portal here in mid. Accel's sharking around. I don't think they want to find a fight here before Urel is here. They might be scouted out by the Zanara Wisp. Thornwood Vine spreading her poison. Not going to be enough to seriously deter anyone. Here comes the fight that could decide the game once again. Urel double Stormbolt there in nicely. Diablo Shadow Charge is not enough. Diablo casts Lightning Breath. Health bars falling very low for Valeera especially. Ice Block by Jaina. Muradin gets deleted. Jaina and Valeera very low. Jaina isolated and deleted. Thick Mane retreating as quickly as she can, but it is not going to be enough. Ooh, the poison very close. Looks like the Skorpious is going to take this though, as Rainer gets the channel. GG to the 2 teams. Well played, match 1 on both sides. Looking forward to game 2. Let's go ahead and see the numbers on this match. We have a lot of damage coming through the Lunara. Very well played with the Diablo pick 2. Diablo was everywhere. Lots of Lightning Breath, big kills, taking out teams. Alexstrasza got a lot of healing done, and then on the side of Accel, they looked good. They they just couldn't quite bring it through in some of the biggest team fights, but a lot of little things here and there, and they're going to be looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and step aside, and we come back. We'll have game 2 between these 2 teams. Hey everybody, welcome back. Looks like the teams are getting in here. Ace is all in the lobby. Team Skorpious working on showing up still. Second game is going to be on Volskaya Foundry. Looking forward to seeing this game too. Volskaya Foundry is neat. It's got the big protector as the main objective to rumble on through. Let's see what the teams how they fill their comms and what they choose to do with the protector. I think will be two very large impacts on how the game happens. Thanks to everybody that stopped by and chat. I'm excited to see the chat happening. Looks like we've got Thatos, Baztraz, Exorcist, Mooseman, and Chop Judo. Thanks guys for showing up. Teams are taking a bio break, it looks like. Yeah, heroes I like on Volskaya Foundry. I really like to see, kind of sustainy teams. Joanna, Muradin, Deckard, Alex Jaza, heroes that really can hold that point for a lot of time. Zone control very strong as well, which heroes like Deckard and Alex Jaza bring to the table in spades. Mages tend to be pretty strong because they can blow up the big bombs on the point. Yeah, and then the other big thing to note on Volskaya is items are very important to strategies, kind of no matter what your team is doing. So you have the two turret camps in the bottom left and right, and you've got the big support camp in the top mid. And it's always very interesting to see when the teams decide they are able to take that. Looks like the teams are starting to chat here. Cool. We are going to go to draft. And here we go.
Volskaya Industries.
Oh, I forgot to... Boop. There we go. Much better. Now I've got the score correct here. Team Skorpious up 1-0 in this 2-game series. Accel eSports has first ban here. They're going to ban away the Lunara. Did not like seeing that from Team Skorpious at all last game, and I don't blame them. That was a lot of damage all the time. It was pretty oppressive. We'll see how Team Skorpious responds, if there's anything that rubbed them the wrong way about Accel's draft last match, or if they are just going to execute some strategy that they are very excited about on their own. The Muradin ban, I like that a lot. As I was talking earlier, I like Muradin a lot on this map because of the insane sustain the second wind and third wind if you take that talent at level 1 provide. He's got a lot of stuns around the point and CC in general. He's just a solid tank. It's a good ban. Ban's back over to Accel eSports. See what else they take away. Maybe the Dahaka? Although Dahaka, not a lot of brush to stock to on this map. Ooh. They have not chosen to ban anyone. Maybe not the strongest of choices. When that happens to me in a match, I always think in my head, the classic Cho'Gall ban. Let's see. Skorpious. Are they going to try to take away more comfort picks from last draft? Will they look to take away something like a Joanna? Really shrink the tank pool? Take away Deckard? Asbadan banned. I really like that ban. He's got a lot of global pressure with his trait and with his long-range Qs. But also those Qs are very impactful on the point. Everybody's grouped up in one place. Really can siege in a lot of damage on the teams. Let's see where Accel ends up here with their first pick. What's happening? Pardon me a minute while I try to figure out what's happening. Ah, I had the drafts on the wrong side. That's my bad. Alright, I apologize about that stream. We'll see if we're ready. Part 2. Things happen. I apologize for the rocky start, but you know, things we're learning. Seeing if the teams are ready here now. Teams are ready. Alright, draft take 2.
Volskara Industries.
Teams are joking a bunch about what heroes they would have picked had this failed draft gone through. Nano Boost Olaf is being thrown around. That would be an exciting, exciting turn of events. Alright, we've got Muradin first ban, Lunara second ban. Next ban, I'm trying to remember who we had as the third ban. It was Asmodan. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to let this go through. Teams don't seem to be worried about it. So we've got Junkrat banned and Alex Jaza banned. Things are going much more smoothly now that the right teams are picking and banning. I apologize for that again. So, Skorpious looking to have first pick here. And let's see what they pick up.
Tremble
We're gonna go with the Diablo. Like it a lot. Lots of aggressive engage onto this point. Be able to maybe blow some people up. Asmodan Deckard picked up immediately by Accel eSports. Yeah, Deckard, lots of zone control, lots of point control. His potions very impactful on that point. Pick him up as you need to. And Asmodan, talked a bunch about that already. Got the dunks with the globes. Got the lane pressure. Very strong right now, especially after the rework. Abathur Anna coming out on the side of Team Skorpious. Man, I am excited for these matchups. It's going to be real cool. Abathur, you know, maybe a little weak in team fights pre-10 because all he has is his hat as presence, but he tries to make up for that by body soaking one lane, hat soaking another, really soaking you a bunch of experience. Thrall banned here by Accel eSports. Solid ban. He's a good solo laner. Very decent clone target for Abathur. But yeah, Anna might be... Well, Anna with Abathur's backup support. Gonna ban away the Garrosh. Very solid tank in the current meta. The throw. Extremely hard to deal with. If you get caught out of position, Garrosh is gonna make you dead very quickly. I like that ban a lot. Nubarak and Urel coming in for Accel eSports. Let's see. Gives them a nice, very tanky front line. Gives them a decent amount of dive engage. And Asmodan's going to be filling the mage slot for Accel. Side of Skorpious picks Malthael and Raynor. Malthael will be doing lots of percentage damage to all the big fat chunkies on the side of
The wait is over.
Accel eSports. And Raynor is still a top tier hero. Cassia, counter pick to the Raynor pick there. Her physical armor, very good against Raynor's physical auto attack damage. Teams look ready to go. Teams chat, very entertaining. Sorry you guys cannot see that. We are going into game 2 in just a minute. Cool. So these two drafts, I really like the draft on the side of Accel eSports a lot. I think they have a lot of beef. I think they have good sustained damage. They got some burst. It's a solid draft. On the side of Skorpious, healing might be difficult for that Ana. Although we did been seeing a lot of solo support Anas recently, and she does have the Abathur shields as the backup support. Let's see how this is going to play out. Teams loading in. Good luck, have fun's coming out. And to get started here, we've got on the blue team, going into the in-game stuff. Boop. Jazzy on Diablo, Smoky Dragon on Malthael, Devil Yino on Ana, KV Strike on Raynor, and Inathy on Abathur, tossing out the Master Taunt there. And then on the red team, EO on Deckard, Scorps on Anubarak, G Money on Urel, Thickmane on it's a great name. Thickmane on Asmodan, and Hysteria on the Cassia. Teams both rumbling out as 5 here to the mid. Lots of mines there, cleared out by the Asmodan Demon. Cat here on Malthael. Teams just kind of sharking around. Malthael gonna, can't talk. Abathur soaking the top lane. Sending his beetles down top. 4 members otherwise showing mid. Starting to show globes in the Asmodan in the middle. Getting that stacking. Malthael clearing the lane very quickly. One final globe from Asmodan, and they're going to let that wave go. Rotate down the bottom. See what the rotations look like on the side of Skorpious here soon. Get that wave all the way to the wall, but the Abathur is going to be able to body soak that. The rotation being audible, going to come back to mid. Fight over mid here. Big knockup from the Nubarak. Challenge later from Asmodan. Nubarak starting to fall a little, but he's fine. Dunk coming out from Asmodan. Rotate back to the bottom lane, keep the pressure on. 4 people top against the Urel, but the Urel's pretty safe in that top lane. She's going to just fall back, freeze the lane back, and survive just fine. It's interesting that Team Skorpious is rotating top mid, and Accel is rotating mid-bottom. Looks like Jimmy might be going. I thought he was going to go at that camp. He has chosen not to. Accel eSports using the conveyor belt, rotate nice and quickly through there. Cassia and Deckard working on the camp, turret camp. We talked about it earlier, the items, very important in this map, very impactful, because you know the points are going to be where the objectives are. Kind of set up your little fortress of healies, turrets. Raynor now working with his camp. He's going to get that just fine, I think. Cassia finishing up her. She got some potions there to see her through. Deckard just mounting up, passively soaking, so we'll find the action here. Lane is being cleared out. Malthael's trait being spread everywhere. Accel has the early experience lead, even with the Abathur on the side of Skorpious. Not much, you know, quarter of a level, but it's still something. Talent picks coming through. Looks like we've got Leech Life inside Diablo. I think that's a non-meta pick there. Malthael, the standard looking picks. I don't see any other super surprising picks other than the Diablo auto tag Life Leech. Control play A unlocking here in 10 seconds. Accel eSports has a turret. I think both teams have a turret. Abathur not able to participate fully in this fight pre-10 without his clone. So I would imagine that Accel eSports will be eventually able to take this point, unless there's some displays. And it looks like Skorpious will be showing up here. Gonna go ahead and pressure, keeping the point neutral. Big globe does not quite connect from the Asmodan. Malthael soaking up the mid lane. Both teams content to just kind of sit here, leave the point neutral. This is actually pretty good for Skorpious though, because they have the global soak from Abathur if he's playing right. Waiting for some things to develop here. Deckard just keeps building up his potion stash. Keep checking around. Malthael might be soloing this camp here with Diablo Star. We'll see if Urel catches that. Ooh, I don't know if she's... Did she not see it? Got drama here in the top lane as Maldiel solos this camp with Abathur's help. Mid lane, still just positioning. Lots of sharking around. Fire Stomp comes out. Diablo's sustaining up that. Will Yrel see it this time? Still no. Or she just didn't want to get into that. I don't know which it was. But now, Team Skorpious has the item advantage. And they have level 7 advantage by about a quarter of a level. But Accel holds the point, up to 40% on the point. They dropped their turret. It's poking away at Raynor, forcing him to use some honest mana. Fire Stomp here from Diablo, poking around. Points to 80%, 60%. Abathur burrows top lane to body set that. Looks like the fight might be about to happen here. 75%. Skorpious looking to push on. Big shadow charge in from Diablo. He immediately kites away. Burrow charge in from Nubarak. Here's the fight we were waiting for. Malthael spreading his trait everywhere with that cleave. Asmodean dunking on everyone. Teams are starting to drop low. Channeling overtime here on the point. Health tag drop at Malthael will be enough to keep the Diablo alive. Stunned. Yes, it is. Lots of sustain coming through. Big globe on the... Ooh, Nubarak does fall. See if Accel can safely get away, but they got 99%. Items are back to neutral now. Looks like Skorpious is going to go pick up theirs, which will hopefully give them, give them the item advantage and help them secure this to get the Protector. The first Protector, a pretty big deal on this map. It lets you set up a huge advantage on the next point if you use it correctly. What is correct is, maybe still being determined. It was, for a while, take mid wall, then take top wall, and then top well. But they redistributed the experience points recently, so it might be better off now to just go top. I'm waiting to see kind of how teams prioritize that nowadays. Still contested here in mid lane. Globes coming in from Asmodean. Lots of damage. Big hammer from Yrel. Laser on Diablo. Shadow charges out. A Nubarak falling very low. The Ana denies the healing. Well played by the Grenade. Big globes from Asmodean. Got 3 down on the side of Accel eSports, and that's unfortunate for them. That's going to be the Protector going out of the Team Skorpious. They now have almost an entire level lead. They're coming in 10. It's looking rough for Accel eSports. Protector sharking around mid, launches a big Q and the laser onto the tower. Take the tower, and they're going to take it immediately top after that. I like that. I'm going to take this wall, take the well. We were talking about that earlier. That's very impactful if you can take this well early, because then the second Protector is always the main capture point, which is top here. Protector dives in, does not quite connect, taking power damage. They're working on killing that well. And they take it. Level 10 has been reached. A couple heroics not quite in yet. Jimmy has the Banshee, Ana has Nano Boost, and Malthael has Last Rites. Nubarak trying to dive in. They're chasing pretty hard here. I don't know if they want to get caught up, though. That could be really bad if they don't have 10. 6 seconds left in the Protector. I think they're just going to let it run out. There we go. Support camp is back up. All camps except for the bottom left camp, which is that bugged? What's happening here? Weird. I don't know why that one's not showing on the map. Oh boy. Decker caught out by the Diablo. Lightning Breath is going to finish him off. Cocoon used on the Malthael, but it's not quite enough. Nubarak trying to retreat down to 200 health, but he barely gets away from the Banshee. Zero tries to escape Yrel, waddling away from Diablo. Just makes it out. Mana very low on the side of Hysteria there. She's going to back. An aggressive invade here coming out from Skorpious. They're going to take away the opponent's turret camp, which will give them even more of an advantage past just taking the well on capture point B here in a couple minutes. Keep an eye on that. Malthael going to go ahead and fill back up his mana. Yrel, very safe hero. Has to pop her ultimate, though, to stay alive. And even then, barely gets away. Big globe coming out from Asmodean. Not quite enough to get any real pressure, though. Being down 2 levels makes that hard to do, but not impossible. Malthael now working on the siege camp in the top left. And we've got the rest of Accel eSports just kind of rotating mid, trying to catch up in experience. thought they were going to rotate mid. They have decided to instead keep pushing bottom. Pushing in on this. The rest of Skorpious, however, is taking their turret camp, which is pressing their advantage. And I imagine as soon as they get 13, they're going to look to that top support camp as well. All of Accel has rotated mid. We'll see, they might be trying to sneak that support camp. But now 13 has been reached for Skorpious, and they go ahead and back off. They're going to go take their siege camp, get that pushing. Malthael here clearing out lane mid, and bottom lane. Have the rest of the members of Skorpious, besides Abathur, going ahead and pushing on that lane. Hopefully get a little wall damage. Shouldn't be too much, other than just a denial of some experience. Team's starting to scope out what's going on here at the support camp. Deckard's Scroll of Sealing doesn't quite connect. Roger's Cube out. Skorpious working very hard, dropping the camp low. 13 still have not been reaching side of himself. Tornado comes out, big CC chain. Smoky Dragon looks like he's gonna fall. Ult pops, Rel falls, Cassia falls, Anubarak falls, Malthael falls. What a bloodbath. Jeez Louise. Not a great time for Accel eSports to drop a couple deaths though. Now and I think that was unfortunately a fairly avoidable loss. They didn't have 13. Probably should have just given that one up. So 13 and then tried to engage.
Control the terminal and bring in the protector.
Team Skorpious going to go ahead and drop Ana on the point. The rest are going to push top forward aggressively to reduce the number of structures that Accel can fall back to in the event of a much retreat from the capture point. Accel is up. Time is going to give them 13s in just a second here. Malthael coming from mid. Let's see if Accel eSports can find an engage here. 50% on the capture point. Phil coming out, stun on Diablo, blinded. He's just kind of walking away. Doesn't even take much damage. Control point does go over to Accel eSports though. We'll see if Skorpious tries to re-engage or if they just wait for 16s before they re-engage. I think, especially with the Abathur, they would have time to find 16 before this control point is totally full. But they're going to go ahead and poke around to see what happens. They're clearing the wave. Rel is really deep on the field. Tornado comes out, pushes Diablo in, but he shadow charges out onto a minion away. Fire Stomp to sustain himself back up to full health. Malthael drops his Death Shred, I think it's called. Zones away the Asmodan. Impale lands on Malthael. He's taking a lot of damage from the spines. Ana stalwartly keeping him alive. 75% has been reached here for Accel. 16, however, on the side of Skorpious. They're going to be looking to engage hard here. Rel, big knockback. Diablo Shadow charges in. Ooh, big burrow. Oh, Raynor just sustains through with the lightning. Ball lightning from Cassia, enough to take her down. Diablo, Cassia, lightning breath all over everything. Cassia starting to drop low as he's channeling his laser on Malthael. He's real low, but not quite down. Last rites is going to come through and take out the Anubarak. Oh, suplex onto Cassia. She's looking in trouble. Rel falls. Deckard falls. Cassia falls. 4 members of Accel eSports down. Control point goes back over to Skorpious, and they will not be back up in time to contest this. See where Asmodan goes to try to recover those losses. Looks like he's just going to clear out mid. Malthael's going to come down and contest that. Protector has been picked up on the side of Team Skorpious. They've got level 16 advantage.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Protector starts to siege down the wall, locks down that tower, takes it out almost instantly. Back and forth here. Rel's soaking the bottom lane, Malthael soaking the middle lane. We have 4-on-4 here. Abathur is in the protector. I didn't see that right away. I apologize for not calling that out. There is a small slug at the, I believe the gunner there of the protector. So if that falls, the slug boy might be in trouble. Tornado coming out, Scroll of Sealing, or Heredric Cube, pardon me, comes out. Lots of damage on the Protector. It's got 30 seconds left. It's still laying siege to this keep, but they might have done enough. Accel eSports might have done enough to deter Skorpious from taking this keep. And misses. Big Q comes out from the Protector. It's not enough to seriously threaten Hysteria. Hysteria's looking to turn here, down 16 to 18. It's risky. Both teams have all 5 members here. I think they're hoping that when this falls, they can get a quick Abathur kill. Big cocoon onto Abathur. That's unfortunate. Rel pops her ult to stay alive. The Noombrak, however, falls. Abathur falls. Ball lightning here between Hysteria and W. No. Rel on G-Money about to fall. This fight going very poorly for Accel eSports as a 3rd member falls. Shadow Charge on a Deckard King, the suplex. Ooh, the Shadow Charge back to his team and EO. Oh boy. Takes a lot of damage. Globe's coming out from Asman. He's out of mana. He's out of teammates. Looks like Team Skorpious will be able to siege down this keep and maybe take core depending on how aggressively they push for this. Noombrak going to be up now. 15 seconds. The rest of the team will start to be up. Accel eSports. And it looks like Skorpious is pretty happy to just back off, cut their losses, get 20, take this camp, deny objectives to Accel, and safely continue to try to build up their advantage to eventually win the game. However, Accel eSports now has 5 up, and for another half a level, they are on equal talent tier to Team Skorpious, though they are down 3 levels. Yes, Raynor Diablo, quite strong, Baz Trez. Support camp has been taken by Skorpious, and they're going to go take their siege camp. Siege camp here, cleaned up by Accel, and they're looking to find experience wherever they can. Mid lane has a whole wave there. Asmodean says no more wave. And the rest of them go to pick up a turret. It's a very safe play, but I wish I'd seen them engage onto the other team. Engage into Skorpious. They were down 3 levels, but that was their last fight at an even talent tier for the next probably 4 or 5 minutes almost. And the next Protector could easily be another keep if it goes over to Skorpious. Soaking bottom. See if they even, if I were them, having 20s, having that, ooh, they're chasing the Slug up top. Slug is going to get away though. The rest of the members are going to siege bottom, deny the well like we talked about early on Capture B. But search for Abathur. Fruitless. Infinity retreats. Looks like we're going to trade forts here, which is a much, much better trade for Team Skorpious than it is for Accel eSports, and Team Skorpious just keeps right on going. They say, hey, you're not going to respect us, we'll take this keep without the Protector, and then our Protector will hit your core and win the game. They take the front wall, they're going to retreat. Looks like they saw the team's hearth. Team Accel hearth. They're going to go just take this Protector, use their 20 advantage that they have for another level and a half. Just say, hey, if you want to fight us on the point, we'll kill you. Ooh, a party bush getting set up here. Here comes EO, drops his turret. Here we go. Turret shot, Abathur Clone comes in, scroll of ceiling, Lordnado out. Urel taking a bunch of damage, ball lightning here. Urel falls. Diablo's in the cocoon. 3 members of Skorpious still doing fine. Oh, that was the clone that fell. Abathur clone down now for another 70 seconds. But that's not a big loss. Only a quarter of a kill's worth of experience. Diablo Shadow charges in, suplexes the Noombrak. Cassia turns onto him. He's blinded. He's using Lightning Breath. No physical armor will help against Lightning Breath. Hysteria drops to half health. Diablo uses his 20 talent to portal in. Not quite able to catch Hysteria. Eats a globe from Asmodean. He's going to retreat. Blue team recaptures the point. Keeps ticking up. It is a 4v4 plus basically a half due to the Abathur hat. Abathur working the big wave top. Shadow charge in onto the Deckard Cain. Diablo taking a lot of CC in return. Suplex. He's coming down low. Deckard Cain deleted. Hysteria falling very low. So, well, Malthael wades in. Last rites. Wow, that's a lot. 3 members down on the side of Accel eSports. Chase not going to be able to pick up anymore,
Blue
but this
team
could
has
very
taken
well be
control
gained.
of our sector.
3 catapults pushing, I believe. Yep, 3 catapults pushing the top lane, a protector, and 2 members pushing in the bottom lane. This keep is certainly a goner. Oh, shadow charge on the Nubrak. Shadow charge back out after the suplex. Nubrak falls. Good work by the Diablo. All his ranges just so. Good use of the protector. Level 22 picked up here. 19 still not here on the side of Accel. GGs are coming out. This was a well-played game. Lightning Breath here on Yrel. She's going to absorb it with her ult. But that won't be enough. Skorpious gets distracted. They get the kill, but they're still going to kill the core. GG. Well played, both teams. Looking very good here. It was tough for Accel. They were on their back foot the entire time. But again, it's a series of small cuts that just snowballs by the end of the game. But if they clean up a little bit of the foibles, and I definitely recommend keeping an eye on the talents, keeping an eye on experience. Try not to fight when you're down people or down talents, if you can help it, and things will go well. Well played by both teams. I was very pleased. Yeah. Cool. Let me see if I can go find a member of Team Skorpious for an interview. Messaging Jazzy now. Let me pop over to Discord. Hop in a lobby. And yeah, so thinking back about that game, we the Abathur was, oh boy, sorry for the siren. Lived next to a hospital, and you get to hear that a lot. Yeah, let's look at the talents. We had the Lightning Breath and the Hellgate, pretty impactful from Diablo. Making a lot of good use of Clone from Abathur. Looks like they'll be sending Smokey over to do an interview. Smokey was the Malthael last game.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, here we go. Hi, Smokey. It's going well.
How's it
How
going?
are you?
It's been going pretty good. A hectic game.
Yeah, it was really sweet though. I really liked the Abathur comp. I was seeing some messages. It looked like that was maybe not intentional.
No, it wasn't at all. We were kind of just panicking with who to pick. We wanted to do Raynor with the Abathur, and then you clicked Abathur, and that got auto locked in. We made the best out of it though.
Yeah, it looked really good. You guys looked comfortable with it. Really
The
impressive.
first time we've ever played Abathur as well with our team.
Wow. That, yeah, it worked out. It worked well, I think, and I think it combos well with the Ana. Did you guys have to adapt your draft once you had the Abathur, or did you just kind of stick to what
Well,
plan
the Ana was also kind of auto locked in, so we're just like, okay, what can we play? Originally, I was going to be the Diablo, but then Jazzy, the other tank main for our group, decided to just do a swap. That way I could play Matthew, which is my main hero. That worked out the best.
Yeah.
It was just such of a lucky thing that happened that we could actually play around that. An Ana and an Abathur with Matthew.
Yeah, it looked really good. You got a lot of last rights value. You got a lot of just trait value all over the place. Their team was lots of huge health pools.
Yeah, they couldn't really peel me off either. I think I only died once or twice that game, but it wasn't really when I was in the middle of a fight. The best thing about that map, though, with Matthew was the fact that we could do that double rotation, getting us that XP lead. Kind of gave us the game.
Yeah, you guys definitely, both games, you got out to early leads and really, played well, capitalized well on your advantages, and really brought it home.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun of a game.
Yeah, let's talk about the first map, Towers of Doom. Did you guys, that was your guys' map pick, yes?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so did you guys have, did you know the Lunara was the secret strategy there, or does that just Was that more?
Dahaka
unlocked
was
picks?
mainly the strategy there. The Lenara was just a strong assassin pick. I actually got subbed in at the last second for that map, so I was just kind of like dropped into it. But in general, the whole plan was just try and get a team fight and win off of that. We ended up drafting a really strong dive comp, especially when the Ana overextended.
Yeah, it looked very solid, and I really liked your guys' rotations between the altars. You really put a death grip on that game. And then yeah, I guess we already kind of talked about the second game some. Yeah, I guess in general. So you guys said this is your first game, your first season in NGS, yes?
Yep. This is my first. I've only been with the team for like a month or so, but I ended up just becoming the shot caller for the main part. I used to do chair league, so I have somewhat of a background inside of the semi-pro scene, but NGS is a completely different type of game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You guys looked good. Yeah, keep it up. I guess I don't really have any other questions. I still, I guess I could have been a little more prepared for this interview, but I'm still getting the hang of how all these buttons work. I'm sure you'll.
Oh, it's all good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll watch back the replay, and I did the first couple minutes on mute, which is the classic caster error. But yeah, before I let you go, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to make?
The only shout out I can make is probably my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SmokeyDrago. We'll be doing some more practice later tonight, maybe some Hero League.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck in your upcoming games. Maybe I'll end up casting you again. And yeah, good luck.
Have some fun casting. Don't stay on mute.
Take care, bud. Yeah, awesome. And for the rest of you, thanks for stopping by. It was an absolute blast. Definitely not without a couple hitches, but for the most part, went well. And I had a blast. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys around casting some more. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.